This is my setup for the store. Yeah. Thank you. No problem. Just
सत्य है, राम नाम 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 सत्य, राम नाम सत्य, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है। ओम अद्य देवप्रसाद पाठक प्रेतस्य प्रेतत्व निवृत्त्या उत्तम लोक प्राप्यर्थ मौद्वदैहिकं करिष्ये। ओम अद्य काश्यप गोत्र देवप्रसाद पाठक प्रेत मृतस्थाने शिव निमित्तो ब्रह्मदैवतो वा एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्। ओम अद्य काश्यप गोत्र देवप्रसाद पाठक प्रेत द्वारधेशे पांत निमित्तो विष्णुर्दैवतो वा एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्। ओम अद्यामुक अद्य काश्यप गोत्र देवप्रसाद पाठक प्रेत चत्वर केचर निमित्तो एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्। ओम अद्य काश्यप गोत्र देवप्रसाद पाठक प्रेत विश्रांतौ भूतनामना रुद्र दैवतो वा एषत पिंडो मया दीयते तवोपतिष्ठताम्।
I'm going to do that today. Who's going to ask me now, my baby? Who's going to ask me now? Who's going to ask me now? Everything help me today. You're not here to see Suren. Suren, Mommy, playing Suren. Suren. You call Mommy, every time Mommy comes. You left. You don't come, I get so angry, you never come. Then I didn't know what they were leaving here, my baby. Then I didn't know what they were leaving here, my baby. Your face is not big on me anymore. Suren is praying for me. Praying for me about this. For you now anymore. I'm really you should do so much for me now. You love me, but I love you.
Prem Namaste to one and all. Dear family, friends, colleagues, it is with great sadness that we've come here today to bid farewell to our son, dad, brother, colleague, friend, or whoever he was to us. Affectionately or well known as Serin, Serin, in the course of the last week, has taken ill. He had to be hospitalized and unfortunately passed away on the 1st of October at approximately 8 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that know me, don't know me, my name is Raymond. I have worked with Suren for many, many years. I'm not sure how I got involved with the family, but I think my relationship started with Adil, which goes back to more than 15, 16 or even 20 years. Fortunately for Suren, myself and Adil, we were all involved in the engineering trade, and therefore I think our heads matched and we built up a friendship with this entire family. Myself and Serin work very closely together. He has given me many work to my company over the many years that I've known him. But there was one thing that I can proudly say about Serin, is that when it came to his work, he was very meticulous. I did get sworn at it a few times because I thought, to my knowledge, that the job was perfect. But as it got delivered and inspected by Serin, I had a call and he swore me a few times. But that was not taken in any bad way, rather teaching me a lot more than what he knew. He carried out his job to perfection. And to his working colleagues, I think he had an excellent relationship. I may not know his kids very well, but I'm sure they've had a fair amount of time to spend with him, laugh with him, joke with him, cry with him, and make memories that they will not forget for the rest of their lives. Suren, for whoever he was Serin. He said it like it is, whether you liked it or not. A few times he has spoken of his kids, and as much as I said I don't know them much, but he spoke very highly and very proudly of him. He spoke dearly of his mom, who always taken care of him, and more so, a lot about Adil, who the two brothers had the fair share of whatever it was. But more so, he loved them dearly. To the family, I'd like to extend my condolences to each and every one of you. I pray that Brahma gives you the strength during this difficult time to mark. It's a bit difficult for me to express or give you words of comfort. Only you will know what you're going through and how you are going to handle it in the months and the days and the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, to each and every one of you, on behalf of the Dewpersadh family, if you have contributed in any way in cash, kind, your support, or however you have done or wish to do, please take this as a personal thank you. I just want to extend by saying that the normal prayer or the prayer whatever has to carry on for the next few days will go on as the Pandit shall dictate to us. We ask that you kindly give us our time in doing so, and pray that this family will have all the strength and the comfort over the time to come. Thank you very much.
Warm greetings to everybody, namaste and welcome. Thank you so much to each of you for taking the time to be here today. We all know that death is sudden, and I know personally how much of a sacrifice that can be to make time to be here, to be present, and to step away from our own lives. And I look around the room and I see faces from my very young childhood, and I see faces from maybe a month or two ago or a year ago, and that is an example of my brother and the lives that he's touched. He's always been an extroverted person that would drive just about anywhere to see a person, even if it's for 10 minutes. And he was more drawn to the people that had less than those that had more. You never had to impress him with a fancy meal or a fancy home for him to want a trip to your home to visit you. And I was talking to my other siblings, and we were just saying that when my sister was getting married and it was time to hand out the invitations, he didn't need anybody's address. He was like our global positioning system. Took my mother to everybody's house, and without fumbling around, knew exactly where everybody lived. And that also was an example of the relationship that he had with my mother. So I'm sure everybody knows my father was a long-distance truck driver. So there was always a man absent at home because he was away from home. And that is where that relationship between my brother and my mother kind of developed into a partnership, because he was always her right hand. And as a child, I think you don't appreciate that. But as an adult, I have a new appreciation for how he anchored next to her and how she anchored by him. And we know that he had a lot of imperfections, but I think his most perfect quality was his courage and ability to love unconditionally. If I could pick one member in our family who had no trouble having the words "I love you" roll out of his mouth, it was him. He loved everybody. And Raymond was mentioning his children and how fondly he spoke of them. With him, everybody's children was his children. He loved everybody's children, and he would easily just say that to them. And he was just a giver of love. And somehow you could never remain angry with him because of that one quality. The courage that he had to live life. And really wish that upon each one of us that we could have courage to wake up every day and just face it for whatever it was. And we're so proud of him today, because not all of us work at the same pace in life, but he took his time and he labored, and he had finally achieved what we knew was always his dream, to make his mother super, super proud, and to build his home the way that he wanted it to be. And I don't want to miss this opportunity to say thank you to Niri for giving him the unconditional love that he probably searched his entire life for. And it was so perfect that it didn't matter how long it is or was. It was just perfect because it was unconditional. It didn't come with rules and regulations, it didn't come with laws, it didn't come with the approval of society. But it was love, and I'm grateful that he felt that love. And I think from all of this, if we each can take something away from it, is life is not about the rules. It's not about what you have. It's not about what you're wearing. It's not about how you're attending. It's about your ability to love another human being, even if it's for just 5 minutes, because we can see how short life is. And whatever your way is of expressing that love, like each of you being here today, to show love and empathy, that is what life is about. It's not about anything else. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to my brother and sisters for always coming together for our family like you do. And I ask that each pray, especially for the many women that he's left behind, that he was a pillar to. Thank you and God bless you.
Greetings to everyone here today. And for those of you that do not know me, I am Suren's youngest daughter, Priyanka. I never thought I'd be standing here today, and it was the hardest day of my life. My father was a very remarkable man and a pillar of strength to a lot of people present here today. Dad was hardworking and compassionate towards everybody he met. He taught us many things, but most importantly, he gave us the ability to know that if you really put your mind to do something, anything is possible. To never be afraid to give anything a go. He taught us how to be strong and to never be afraid of anything, but instead embrace your fears. Despite unfortunate slip-ups, Dad was a brilliant man and passed on so much of his knowledge and skills to everyone surrounded by him. He was and is still so loved by everyone in this room today. No one could ever hate a man like that. I am so thankful and so grateful for everything he had done for me. And I am also very, very grateful to Auntie Nini for treating me like her own daughter. I want to thank Keisha and Kayla as well for treating me like their own sister. I am so grateful to have them in my life. I am so proud to say that he is my father. And losing him today brought me so much of pain that I cannot even explain to you. I miss his smile, I miss his voice, and I miss everything he used to talk about. He used to say the most random things, but we would sit and listen to him because I was so happy to have him there, just to feel him there. And I miss it so much. He was the life of the party, and he could bring a smile on everybody's face with his sense of humor. It breaks my heart to see every one of you here today, just for him. Because I wish you could see how many people loved him and cared for him and wanted nothing but prosperity in his life. But he did it. He reached success, and I am so proud of my father. Even though he reached it later on in his life, he still carried himself with grit and determination and achieved it. His kindness and generosity will be remembered by all who had the pleasure of knowing him. Thank you.
Greetings one and all. I wanted to take a moment to express my love and gratitude to you, Dad. I wanted you to know that I love you more than words can convey. Your sacrifices for your family and everyone around you has not gone unnoticed, and I'm truly thankful for all you have done for us. No matter how hard I try, I realize that I can never truly repay you for everything you have given up for our well-being. We have done the impossible to ensure our happiness and success. And in an ode of your selflessness, I want you to understand that I carry your pride and of gratitude in my heart, and I will forever be appreciative of your love and care. I often find myself wishing that I could do more for you that I should do for myself. Wishing that I could bring back all those memories and love. I will forever continue to make you happy and proud of me. I'll always cherish the beautiful moments we have shared together. Thank you, Dad, for being the most incredible person in my life. Thank you.
My condolences go to members of the bereaved family. I will give a discourse from the Bhagavad Gita, but I will also link it to the Garuda Puran. There are two important verses from the Bhagavad Gita which I would recite in Sanskrit. However, the remainder of the verses, I will discuss them in English. These are the two most important verses that relate to death. Om Vasansi Jirnani Yata Vihaya Navani Grihanati Naroparani Tata Sharirani Vihaya Jirna Nyanyani Sanyati Navani Dehi Nainan Chindanti Shastrani Nainande Hati Pavakaha Na Chainam Kletyantyaapo Na Shosha Yati Marudaha. Om. The Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, and I'm sure those of us present here would also be aware as to why it was spoken. It was on the eve, or rather not the eve, but the battle between the Kauravas and the Pandavas was about to begin. So Arjuna is in a state of confusion. Initially, when he was in the material world, he was prepared to even kill his own family members for property or for land. But at that point, before the battle could begin, he began to think, is all this really worth it? So in life, we've all had arguments with people, we'll be upset. But death is the ultimate reality. There is no way you can clear up an issue you had with the person who has passed on. That is why we always say, you must not harbor evil thoughts. Also, if you have a problem, you should speak to somebody. So Arjuna gets completely upset at the fact that he will have to fight his own kith and kin. And this is when Lord Krishna begins to explain to him the truth about life. When we are born, we know that we have our parents to take care of us. And as we grow up, I see the mother is also present here. And it is the most difficult thing when a parent has to witness the funeral of their child. No matter what problems a person can have, there is no other problem, there is no other difficult situation in life more difficult than to witness the funeral of a child. So I have children, and although Suren's mom is a lot older than me, but I know what it feels, but I have children. And all of us sitting here who have children will also understand that feeling. So, Lord Krishna, there is lots of discussions that he has with Arjuna on different matters, but the one that pertains to us is death. But I'll take you a step backwards. It's actually a step forward. In the Mahabharata war, there is Arjuna, he has a son that's called Abhimanyu. And in the battlefield he was slain. But Arjuna was married to the sister of Lord Krishna, Subhadra. So, obviously, when Abhimanyu was slain, Subhadra was very, very disturbed. Now, Arjuna tells Lord Krishna, please tell your sister that whom she is crying for is not Abhimanyu, it is Abhimanyu's soul. So Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, then when it happens to you, yourself, then that feeling you cannot understand. So the point I'm making is that it is easy for a Pandit or a Swami who is sitting from the outside and looking in, and he is giving this talk to you. So what Lord Krishna tells Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita on death is that what dies is not the soul. It is the body that perishes. It comes from the 5 elements and it goes back to the 5 elements. So it is, and it's explained as merely a change of clothing. But that is at the point when Lord Krishna explains to him that is the body that has given up it is the body that has given up the soul. The soul is still alive. And I just learned, actually yesterday, that Adi was my second cousin. Because my kaka is in Australia and he called me. And so I learned that Adi is my second cousin. Now, I know I'm just going a bit off topic, but a lot of us locally, we want to go to India and go and find our cousins in Bihar or in Uttar Pradesh to see whom our family was. Yet, and I'm guilty of it too, but I didn't take the time to find out who my cousins were. My immediate cousins I know, but my second cousins I do not know. So, whenever we have functions, and if it's a bit of a distant family, we should also make an attempt to go. With regard to as I talk here, and the rituals what we do, is that Suren is now watching. He probably would be happy to learn that his second cousin is doing his last rites. But the rituals what we do, the soul is now confused. Remember, it's no more Suren, it's the soul. Because although the mother finds it very difficult, but other people would refer to it as the body. The soul is now released from the body. The soul is free. However, the soul is now confused. The immediate offspring and the mother will not realize this, but others from the outside and will also realize that we have to direct the soul on its new journey. And this is, everything is philosophical when we look at the Bhagavad Gita. And it is the most commented book in the world. People have written volumes on one verse of the Bhagavad Gita. However, for us at this point, we need to accept that the soul has left the body and the body needs to be disposed of in terms of our scripture. So, the prayer part which will take place in the antechamber is not really issued as complicated. However, what we need to understand is over the next 13 days, what is going to happen. So, right now, Suren. I always get confused with names. Suren is looking and he's saying, guys, I still can get back into my body because we are attached to the body. No matter who it is. Even Swami Sivananda, when he was about to pass on, he began to shiver. And what he did say is that when you are about to give up the mortal frame, you will fear. And so our job is now to guide Suren forward. So what happens? I did mention that I will link this to the Garud Puran, the teachings of the Garud Puran. So what the Garud Puran says is that starting from the day of the funeral, that is today, we will count 10 days going forward, wherein you've all heard of the term the Mahapatra, where the Mahapatra will perform his duties, and then thereafter the priest will perform his duties. So all of these rituals is meant to guide Suren on his journey forward. This journey would come to an end around 11 months when we do the last ceremony for him. So I have not gone into details of every ceremony. However, these are rituals, and Sanatan Dharma, we believe in rituals. So during the course of the next few days, we find that we will be taking out a person that's doing the last rites. He will be observing a saltless fast, and whatever Suren liked or whatever Suren did, we would basically give, when he is fasting saltless, also what we need to do is that we need to assist him, because if he, after the few days, you begin to get tired when you're fasting, then you realize that the person that's doing the last rites, we must not upset him. We need to be considerate to him, because whatever feeling he's going through when that irritability happens is the irritability what Suren is experiencing, because he hasn't got a body. He wants the joy of consuming his meals, which the person doing the last rites actually does on his behalf. And in our dharma, the moment the death occurs, everybody is upset and it's hard to accept. But our dharma breaks it in slowly. By the time we come to the 10th day, all of us, except the mother, but all of us, and obviously the children, but all of us slowly will begin to, although we miss him, we'll begin to realize and look at the good parts of him, the good parts in life. So on the 10th day, when the Mahapatra performs the rituals, at that point the soul is released. So I'm just jumping around because I didn't plan to give such a long talk. However, we all would have heard of the concept of the gant. When somebody dies, we place the gant outside in our yard. Basically, there's a few things that go in it, but it's basically, it would resemble a lantern, and there will be a lamp in it. So what that's actually telling the soul is that we know you're confused, but don't get worried. As long as you hang around this gant, you will not go astray. Therefore, every day you would notice that we would be placing water, milk at the place where the gant is taken out. So, what we believe as people who follow Sanatan Dharma is that the soul is residing in that gant. When that gant is taken on the 10th day to the ghat, previously it was the riverside, and the Mahapatra breaks it, the soul is released. And we would all hear from previously when we used to go to the graveyard, don't look back. The reason why we are not to look back is that the soul must not feel that if Adil looks back, the soul may feel that Adil doesn't want me to go. Because when the soul is going, it must be going off in a happy way. We all would have heard the term Vidhai amongst in a Hindu wedding. Actually, that is what happens to the soul. So when we do Vidha for the soul, people should not be upset, should not be crying, because if the soul hears people crying and wailing and upset, the soul will think these people do not want me to go. Although in our mind that cannot be reversed. So it is the ultimate that happens to a person. So we cannot reverse it, but the soul needs to be happy to move forward. We all, I hope all of us, we have Sadhguru who gives talks on YouTube. We tend to listen to him, and then he gives a talk. When a person dies, what happens? Where the soul will try its best to re-enter the body. And the reason why in Sanatana Dharma is we cremate the body is as long as the body is there, no matter how mangled the body is or whatever state the body is, the soul will try to get back into the body. So, it is a difficult time. I will explain in detail to members of the family what processes need to be performed. And with our Sanatana Dharma Sabha of South Africa, we have done a lot of research, and we've also looked at the most essential part of the processes that needs to be done. So we do not impose over limit on those that who are doing the processes. Okay. I trust that you have found a little bit of clarity on where our dharma, the views on our dharma on death and so on. Okay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
We're going to allow for the last viewing, just a few more minutes. Whoever would like to view the body in the last few minutes, please come forward and do so before we move forward with the prayer.
your face. Last minute now. No more see about you, no more see you anyway. Okay? Nothing last but this is last minute I've seen your face, my baby. I will see you again. I will see you again. Oh God. There's so much time for the family today. I can't think, I didn't know it. Everybody so ill. Yes, so much time for family. And today you left it all. It's going now. Oh, see your face again. Oh, your face again. See your face again, God must look after my baby. God must look after my baby. So you only God must look after me. Eventually they must look after you. Face the last day to them. So quickly, let's see who are must call us there. Do this, do that, do that. Tell me, Mommy, if we talk about you now, who will tell me? Who will tell me, Mommy, if we ask you But last minute now, my baby. Last minute now, my baby. Last minute now, my bacha. I will see you again. I will see you again, my bacha. I will see you. My baby. Last minute now, my bacha.